and I really believe in it. And for us marketers, attribution is always such a big issue. And the things that you have done, you are not able to always attribute it to some activity that you have done. So do you think like we kind of need more like tools, or like what is the gap there where this attribution is still such a huge issue after doing marketing so much? And you try to get tools and they will slow down your website. You try to do something and they will do something else. So like, do you think like more innovation needs to come here, or like people just need to understand the marketing works in a totally different way?
I think that marketing has always been a very generic, hard to track item that I think that people have been trying to solve for 20, 30 years. They've been trying to figure out attribution. But the reality is attribution of marketing is extremely hard. If you have a sales process, right? And like we strip out the marketing side and you're just cold calling people, you pick up the call, you get a demo, you get on the call, you close it. Very easy to attribute, very easy to see the timeline. But with marketing, that's not the case, especially in B2B. It takes so many touch points. It takes so many things that come into place, and trying to figure out an ROI of social media is near impossible, right? But there's only one thing you can do to attribute at the end is when you make a sale, when you purely ask a customer, especially if you're in B2B, if you ask a customer, how did you hear about us, right? And oftentimes they'll say, oh, I heard you about internet, I heard you here, I heard you here. They won't give you one source often. And the reality is because a lot of these people struggle to find, they don't, not struggle, that's not the right word. People are often challenged because they didn't hear you about it in one place. They saw you in many places to find that thing. So I think that the principles of marketing are still the same as they were 50 years ago. When Pepsi was out there advertising in a newspaper, they had no idea what the ROI of their newspaper was. They just put it out there because they know that it drove actual revenue, right? So a lot of this to me is incremental. My business does this, I input this much money, how much money do I come out at the end of the month? It doesn't matter, it has to be blended with every activity that you're doing. The next month I put a little bit more money in, is it creating more output? It may not create output for 2, 3, 4, 5 months behind that. And the reality is you have to be able to track that and have a bigger thought process behind it. I think a lot of leaders in the space or in the B2B space struggle to understand it, especially when they come from a finance background, they got PE or VC behind them. They struggle to understand that things aren't a black and white one-to-one situation often, and that in marketing especially, attribution is always going to be one of those tough things that you can't figure out.